So today we are going to begin a new lesson about rounding numbers. Our formula will work with any place value, tens, hundreds, thousands, and even beyond that. Let me give you one important piece of information. Rounding numbers is very simple if you know the formula. Now the formula is simply steps that we follow, but to make it really easy, we have a simple poem that we can follow. So follow along as I read this to you. This poem has the formula in it. It says, find the place value and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0, 4, circle stays the same. 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right, change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. You're a winner in the rounding game. So let's see if we can make this poem work for us as we practice rounding numbers. So let's try this. The first 2 lines of the poem say, find the place value and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. When it identifies place value, it is referring to the place value you are directed to round to. So whether it says to round to tens or hundreds or thousands, whatever the problem indicates, that is where you're going to, that's the place value we're looking for. So let's round to the tens. Let's look at this number, 652. So the tens column, the 5 is in the tens column, so we're going to circle it. And then it says to move to the right and underline it. So we have circled the 5 and we have underlined the 2. Let's go to the next step of the poem. It says 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. So now let's look at the underlined number. If this underlined number is between 0 and 4, the circle stays the same. If it is 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. So we add 1 to the place value. Well, of course, 2 is between 0 and 4. So we are not going to be changing the circled number. So the number in the tens column stays the same. So the 5 isn't going to change in this particular problem. But there is one more step we need to take. Let's look at it. So 652, I've still got the 5 circled and the 2 underlined. Now it says in the poem, now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right, change to 0. So anything to the right of the circled number becomes a 0. So everything to the right of the 5 becomes 0. So let's look at this number now. It's 650. And the last line of the poem says, you're a winner in the rounding game. So do you understand how to round these numbers? If you don't, go back and review the information that we've gone through so far. And we're going to continue just discussing rounding numbers. So let's look at this poem one more time, and please say it with me as I go through it. Find the place value and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right, change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. You're a winner in the rounding game. So let's use the same number that we have used, 652, and this time let's round it to the hundreds. So the place value that we're looking for, it says find the place value and circle that digit. So we're going to round to hundreds, so we're looking at the 600 this time. So we circle the 6, and we move to the right, and we underline the 5. A. Let's look at this next portion of the poem. Says 0, 4, circle stays the same. 5, 9, adding 1 is the game. Okay, using the formula, now look at the underlying number. Is it between 0 and 4 or 5 and 9? It's between 5 and 9, isn't it? It's 5. So it's going to cause some changes. So according to the formula, 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. So the 600 becomes 7, or 700. But we're not finished yet. It says the 6 becomes 7, and then, now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right change to 0. So there are 2 numbers to the right of the 7. In the tens column, there's a 5, and there's a 2 in the ones. So those both become zeros. So our new number, our rounded number to the hundreds, is 700. 700. All the other numbers stay the same. Now you're a winner in the rounding game. So I have 4 numbers that you can practice with if you want to hold this or pause this. So use these numbers, use the poem, and you do both the tens and the hundreds place value and see what changes happen. Be prepared to come and share those, and we'll discuss them in class. Let's review the poem one more time. Find the place value and circle that digit. Move to the right and underline it. 0 to 4, circle stays the same. 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. Now flex your muscles like a hero. Digits to the right change to 0. All the other numbers stay the same. Now you're a winner in the rounding game. So let's just review the steps. If you understand what the number actually indicated, or what the poem actually indicated, it says, let's review the steps and prepare to apply what we have learned. So step 1, we look at the place value wherever we're directed. If we're doing tens, if we are rounding to hundreds or thousands, whatever our place value is, we look at that number and we circle it. The step 2 is we look at the number to the right and we underline it. Now, whatever number, it could be in the hundreds column or tens or ones. Step 3 indicates identify numbers up or down. So if it's from 0 to 4, the underlying number is 0 to 4, we're going to round down. If it's 0 or 5 to 9, we're going to round up. Step 4 says change according to the formula. So we are going to either change the place value or leave it the same. Step 5 says change the numbers to the right to be zeros. That is the first information that we've discussed about rounding. I hope that you have understood enough to practice and apply, and you will begin to understand how simple rounding numbers can be.